Yes, my people, we are back again with another one. Change the scenery today, guys. I'm not in my office. I'm not in my boring office. I thought we'll change the scenery up today. Give you guys something that's slightly different to look at. I'm inside one of my vehicles. This will be about my transformation story and about how I changed my mindset as well, or what I learned about mindset. So, guys, around 1.5 years ago, I wasn't the same person, believe it or not. And around 3 to 4 years before that, I wasn't the same person. And in my teenage years, I definitely wasn't the same person. So I feel like I've transformed a lot. And guys, I also feel like I was a fucking degenerate back then. Like, I was a real degenerate, man. I was doing some bad things, and yeah, but I think the one main key concept was I did realize I can do better. That was one thing that I genuinely thought. Like, I remember even whilst doing them bad things when I was younger, I knew I was better than that, and I knew I shouldn't have been doing that. I think that's a big thing. Just like most of you guys, man, I was trapped to my desires. Do you know what I mean? So my desires were stronger than me, and every time I tried to defeat them, they whooped my ass. So I bet you guys are thinking, what are these desires, or what was these desires? I had many vices, to be honest. One of my main ones in my teenage years, from like 16 to 19, was smoking cannabis. I used to smoke a lot of cannabis, and I feel like that was one of my worst vices. That was something that I was always doing. I think that was something that obviously held me back. If any of you guys smoke cannabis who watch this, you guys know like how like lazy it makes you, and how like whenever you feel like moving on with your life and doing different things, you just know that it's just gonna keep you in the same place. And yeah, it's something that we definitely need to knock on the head. But like I said, from 16 to 19, these times of your age, or these times of your life, you're supposed to have unlimited energy, guys. It's like O2. You're supposed to have unlimited minutes, unlimited text, unlimited data. But guess what I had? 0 fucking minutes, 0 text, and 0 data. No energy, guys. Just fucking lethargic and lazy and a real potato couch. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it wrong, I had a good times with my friends and stuff. But did I do anything creative or productive? I was still working. I was working from the age of 16, right? I was getting fed a little wage from my father, which I think that was also like detrimental to my health and to my future as well. Like, I would just literally just in my head, I was just in like a little rat race. Don't know what I was getting. I can't remember. It was something daft, like 30 quid a day or something. Working 9 hours, 30 quid. And back then when you're 16, that's kind of something, especially like 10 years ago. That was still something. Like, that paid for my cigarettes. I used to smoke as well. I used to pay for my cannabis, for my food, etc. So I was just getting enough just to survive, but that was enough for me, like for my bad habits and stuff, right? So I was living a real shit life, man, a real degenerate life, and I had many other flaws as well. But fast forward, I did stop smoking cannabis. Like, that was one of my most important things, or like one of the most biggest goals I wanted to complete, because I knew that was holding me back. Like, that was basically holding me back loads, right? So I stopped smoking cannabis, fast forward, but I still had a lot of other vices, e.g. alcohol, going out with the boys, you know, doing degenerate things, one night stands. I was still consumed by my bad habits, guys, you know, the hookup culture and all that shit. But fast forward, I stopped drinking and partying. So as you can see, guys, we're creating a little picture here now. I'm slowly getting rid of my vices. Some of these took a year or more than a year between each of them, but the end goal was still the same: self-improvement, guys. So like, naturally, I've been on this my whole life, but I didn't start off in the best of places, just like most of you guys probably watching this as well. So don't think I don't know how it is. Don't think I've not been there, because I have. And don't think if you are there that you can't change your life from, because you can. You actually can. And believe it or not, I feel like sometimes you can learn things from being at the bottom, but you can never learn from being at the top. Like, some people might not have reached rock bottom. Some people might have not had addictions, drug addictions, or etc, and they might have not even, like, say for example, they've always been goody two shoes, which is good, to be honest. What's the famous saying? Prevention is better than cure, 100%. But I feel like being at the bottom teaches you things that being at the top never can. So it teaches you resilience, and it builds a bit of character as well. So it's not always a bad thing coming from the bottom or coming from a certain way of life and then changing. It can also teach you loads as well, that being part of a good life or being at the top will never teach you. But fast forward, guys, I stopped drinking and partying. I started focusing more on my health and financial gains as well. So like, this is like, I say when I was like 22 or 23, I really started to lock in on my life. I think I was still drinking the odd occasion at the time, but it was getting loads better. Like, I wasn't hanging around as much with friends and etc, etc. Or I went for like a long period of time of 6-7 months without drinking. Maybe I had one slip up, because guys, this is another thing about the self-improvement thing. People just think it's just a one night thing, and you know, like, you flip a switch in your head and it's all fixed. That is not the case. I wish it was like that. I wish it was that easy where you just woke up one day and said, I don't want to do it. Well, to be honest, I woke up many days saying I don't want to do it, but I wish it was that easy where you can just say it or wake up and you actually stick to it and it actually works like that. But that's not the case, guys. Like, it takes a lot longer than what you would expect sometimes. But of course, everyone's journey is different as well, so if you can do it faster, even better. But you're gonna slip up, basically, is what I'm saying. Slip ups are inevitable. It's part of life. You're gonna fuck up here and there. It's just about what you do after you fuck up. You know, as they say, you know what a man is about, not after his win, but how he takes a loss. That is how you find out a man's true character and true will. So if we have slip ups, guys, just slip up, shake it off. You know, you might have a little scratch on your knee, shake it off like nothing's happened. Just get straight back to it, guys, man. Just get straight back to it. Don't get disheartened or anything. But yeah, around this period, I was working 7 days a week. I had a girlfriend, so no more hookups and no more like sleeping around or like lustful activities. Even though I did have a girlfriend, it was better than before when I was just like freelancing from female to female. So like, it was loads better than that, and just like being flirtatious with like many females and stuff. Like, I feel like it doesn't really get you anywhere as well. I feel like we are men. We definitely need a woman, but in the right way, guys. A woman that can uphold you and build your dreams as well, and you know, like, be your rock or like support you throughout things as well. And I feel like this girlfriend definitely supported me with like a lot of things, and I think that's what every man needs as well. But yeah, guys, around this period from 23 to 26, I worked hard. I saved a lot of money. I think even at one point I even neglected my health a bit. Like, I loved the gym, guys, I really loved it, but for me, money was just first at this point. Which now, looking back at it, like, I'm probably in the shape of my life as we speak, probably at like 13 to 14% body fat. You guys will have to let me know. I'm lean. I've got loads of muscle compared to, like, I've never had muscle like this before. I'm still on like a lean bulk, but I feel like obviously if I stayed locked in on my health and fitness from the age when I started working really hard, like 23 on 24, I could have definitely had like a crazy physique right now. But it is what it is. Maybe if I didn't do that, would I be driving this nice car I have now? I've got another car as well. I've got a Japanese Subaru as well. So would I have these fast petrol cars? I don't know. You know, like, you can't have the best of both worlds as well. Like, but the main thing is I'm here now. I'm taking my health seriously. I eat properly. I don't have no junk food. I track my food. I'm weightlifting 5 times a week. I'm running 2 to 3 times a week. I'm in the sauna, steam and spa and an ice plunge like a few times a week. So I'm doing everything correct now, guys. That's the main thing. I'm trying to get sleeping properly, getting my micronutrients in. So all these things, guys, have transformed, and this come from someone who used to have at least a takeaway a day. I used to at least have fast food once a day, fizzy drinks once a day. Like, I used to have these things all the time, and now to say that I don't have that anymore. So like, I feel like I've done a full 360 on my life, guys. And one thing I would say is it's quite lonely, man. Like, when you actually want to change your life around, there's so many people, and like, it doesn't mean they're bad people. Like, I've got so many people that I'm well connected with that I always want to go out and have a good time. I mean, there is nothing wrong with having a good time here and there, but it just doesn't align with me anymore. Like, I can't go out with people who are drinking and that are just doing all these degenerate behavior things. Like, it just doesn't align with me no more. And I feel like when you're on this path and journey, it is just so lonely. Like, I feel like that is one thing. It is definitely very, very lonely. I gained some sort of financial stability, hence what has brought me to my passion right now. Like, hence why I'm doing what I love now. I love fitness, I love self-improvement. Like, as I've just explained to you guys, naturally I've been trying to self-improve my life, like naturally, without YouTube, without social media, without sharing my journey. I've been on this thing for quite a while. Like, it's something that I find natural. I want to be the best version of myself. I always have been, to be honest, like growing up as well. Obviously I got sidetracked really badly, but it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on the past now. I am where I am now, and that's the main thing. And I remember working in my dad's shop as a shopkeeper. Like, don't get it wrong, I appreciate my family business, and I think a lot of people would love to trade places with me, but for me, it just wasn't for me. Like, I know I'm more than that. I know I can be more than a shopkeeper, guys. Like, don't get it wrong, I love the people in there, I love my job, like I love socializing with people. I made some great relationships and friendships and bonds with people in my dad's shop, but I just knew I can do more. I wanted to do more with my life. So here I am. Look, I've got some decent amount of savings because of all the years I worked, but I'm taking a risk on myself, guys. I'm burning into my savings right now as we speak. Like, it's not cheap living and not earning. Does that make sense? So like, all I'm living off is off my savings, and just obviously going to the gym, buying your food. I still buy gym clothes and petrol for 2 cars and etc, etc. It's not cheap, guys. It's not cheap. So I'm taking a risk, basically. If this doesn't work, I can end up back on zero, basically, guys. But guess what? You gotta take the risk. It's part of the game. You gotta take risks, guys. Because one thing I can't live without is regret. I can't live with regret. Like, that's one thing. If I get to of age, like if I get in, I don't know, like if I'm 30 or 40 or 50, I would hate to be that person to say, I wish I did this, I should have done this. I don't want no doubt. Even if I fail, guys, as long as I've given my all, that's all that I care about. I don't care about failing. I care about what I could have been. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm gonna leave it all on the court. Whatever happens, happens. Like, I don't even care. But guys, this is my little quick summary of my transformation. Of course, there's a lot more detail to it, and there's a lot more things I can go into, but this is just surface level of roughly giving you an idea of where I've come from when I was like 16, 17 to like where I am now that I'm 27, and the whole journey I've kind of been on as well, guys. Like, oh yeah, and also 1 year today, no, not today, 1 year this month, November last year, so this is getting recorded in November. 1 year today, this 1 year this month, I've stopped smoking as well, cigarettes. So once I dropped all my vices, the only thing I was doing was smoking cigarettes, and I found that very hard to drop, because I feel like from stopping everything else, that was the only thing keeping me sane, or that was like, you know, like that was the only thing that I was doing, so I didn't feel that guilty about it, or I kind of relied upon that more. But guys, I ended up knocking that on the head last year as well. I found it a bit hard, but like I said, it's all in the head, it's all the mindset. The main thing is I wanted to like do it. And yeah, fast forward this time this year, I can wear what I want, I don't smoke, I smell good, I don't do no hookups. You know, I'm in the shape of my life, I do whatever I want to do, and that in itself is such a big privilege. Like, I don't answer to anyone anymore. Like, I used to work for my dad and I used to answer to him, and I found that so annoying. I don't have any higher ups than me no more. I can work when I want, I can work where I want, as you guys can see. Like, I can literally do what the fuck I want, you know what I mean? And this is just a start, guys. Like, you guys are going to be with me on this journey, but I'm leaving it all on the court. Like, I'm risking it all, and I wish, and I just hope you guys can do the same. And yeah, you guys can do this as well, man. Like, you guys can leave it all on the court. But yeah, I hope you guys can do the same. Sorry, I had a little mind block there. But guys, also, the mindset shift was needed for this to work. Like, this was never gonna work if I didn't shift my mindset. You can't be thinking the same, guys. Like, even if you're in a rut and you're full of bad habits and you're getting beat by your fucking desires, guys, day in, day out, you have to want to change. Like, that is very important. Like, this is me talking about the mindset part of this part of this talk now. Whatever I was doing when I was younger, it was wrong, but there was always something inside me saying, this is wrong, I don't want to be doing this. And I think we all need that thing for us to change. We all have to find it like disgusting or wrong, whatever we're doing. And that's where the change starts, guys. Brick by brick. I'm not saying it's gonna happen overnight. My journey was not overnight, but that's when you can implement changes. And brick by brick, if you stick at this for a number of years, you can just look back. Even every, like, it's coming to a point now, guys, every 6 months to a year, I'm like, what? I learned how to swim as well, guys. I can swim now. I didn't know how to swim like a year and a half ago as well. I've always been scared of the water as well, so I'm starting to face my fears as well, guys. So this is what I'm saying. If you really be serious on this journey, it's like a snowball effect. The snowball starts off small, but that snowball only gets bigger and bigger, right? Before it starts to consume and before it starts to take over, guys. So it's very, very important as well that we start small, brick by brick, but don't take it for granted, or don't think it's gonna stay small, guys. But I also think there's a big difference between someone who's stuck with bad habits but is content with that, like he's kind of okay with that life, and compared to someone who's also stuck with the exact same habits but he wants to change. Like, I don't consider them two people the same people. Like, honestly, I consider them two people completely different, and I hope you guys are the latter of them people, and I hope you guys won't change. And if that is the case, you're in the right place. Hopefully you can gain some knowledge from me, you can gain some information, you can see me grow as well, and that can motivate and inspire you to change as well, guys. You're in the right place, you got this. But just like, share and subscribe. This is all for this one. I love y'all.